everybody, and welcome to MCTV's Pets on Parade. I am super excited because today is a very, very special episode. We are here at the Port St. Lucie's very first cat cafe, the Kitty Cup. And today I am with Melanie Zaravellas. She is the owner of the Kitty Cup, and she also has been on Pets on Parade, so you guys probably recognize her from the past episodes. We also have Shannon here from the Humane Society of St. Lucie County. And you might be wondering why we have two representatives from two shelters here, and that's because both of the shelters, St. Lucie County Humane Society and the Humane Society of the Treasure Coast, bring adoptable kitties here so they can get adopted through this cafe. So, Melanie, tell me about this cafe. Like, for viewers who don't know what a cat cafe is, how do you explain it?
Yeah, the Kitty Cup is two parts. We have a full-service cafe out front with food and beverage, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, anything like that, like a bakery. And then our cat room. It's separated by a 10-foot huge viewing window, so guests can look into the cat room, even if they're just coming in to, grab a cup of coffee. And then there's a door that separates it, so you come down our hallway and you can come into our cat room. We house up to 20 adoptable cats from Humane Society of St. Lucie County, Humane Society of Treasure Coast, and all of our cats are up for adoption.
That's awesome. And what made you wake up one day and say, I want to start a cat cafe? Because that's very unique.
Yes. My first cat cafe ever was in Omaha. I visited there. It was more of like a rescue. It was a much smaller setup, and I was just so intrigued by what they were doing. So I started visiting cat cafes all over. I would seek them out anytime I went somewhere. And then one day, I was volunteering at the shelter. I'd been a volunteer in cat care for a little while, and seeing cats, week after week living in the kennels, which isn't ideal for them, made me go, I'm going to do this. I'm going to open this cafe. And so 2 years from the moment I decided to quit my full-time job till we opened our doors here at the Kitty Cup.
Awesome. And how many adoptions have we done?
We have done 154 adoptions in 3 months.
And I know the first day, didn't you do like a handful of adoptions just the very first day you opened?
Yes. On June 4th, we quietly opened our doors. Just kind of put a little shout out on social media that we're open and we have cats. And I think we did 8 adoptions that day.
Wow. That's incredible.
That's so amazing. And Shannon, what kind of impact has that made for the shelters? Just in one day, 8 adoptions, just amazing.
Yeah, I think that's a true testament to what you're doing here. Is it's such a welcoming environment for people to come and meet these incredible pets. And especially at a time when shelters, I'm sure you experience this too, is shelters are always overcrowded, and especially during kitten season, for you to open your doors and provide this space for more cats to find their second chance, that forever home, is incredible. And it's made such an impact for us, for our cats, and it just exposes them to so many more people, potential adopters, and it exposes our rescues too. It promotes our mission and promotes animal welfare within this community, which is incredible.
Yeah, awesome. And so for people who might be wondering, like, do the cats mingle with the food? Do they jump on the counters and lay in the pasta salad? How does that work?
No. So it is 2 completely separate spaces. Cat care attendants do not pass into food service areas. Food service attendants do not pass into cat care areas. So it is completely monitored by the health department. And you can just come in and have your food and drink in the cafe. You are welcome to bring your food and drink into the cat room if you prefer. Just don't let these little kitties get into
Drink out of it?
Yes, pretty much.
They're going to be spinning around if they get that
coffee.
Yes,
exactly. No caffeinated cats here.
And what do you serve in the cafe? Like, what type of food? And
we have a full-service espresso bar with hot and cold drinks. We have canned Olipop prebiotic sodas along with Tractor brand organic teas and lemonades. We also do tuna salad and chicken salad sandwiches on croissants.
So good.
Pasta salads. We have beer and wine now. We are actually carrying Fat Orange Cat is the brewery, that one of our beers that we carry. We have pasta salads. We have donuts, mini cake bites, little flatbreads that we do as specials from time to time. Lots of different options.
I do like that when I follow your Facebook page, and I do love to see like every week you have something different and unique. So it's like always keeping it fresh and keeping
Yes.
people engaged, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
And the coffee is really interesting. Explain where that coffee comes from.
Yes, we carry Kitty Town Coffee, which is out of Pennsylvania. Their slogan is "Drink coffee, feed cats." They make donations to shelters in their area.
That's amazing.
To help their shelters and their animals. But because we purchase wholesale from Kitty Town Coffee, they actually make a donation to our local community shelters because of that. So coming in to just get a cup of coffee is still feeding cats, is still helping our shelters and our community.
Wow.
That's great. Not only the cat cafe in general, but like just where you're purchasing from makes a difference everywhere. So
Absolutely.
it's just like a balloon of support,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
So we were talking about like the health of the people with the cats and cross contamination and all that. What about the health of the cats? Can you talk a little bit about that, Shannon? Like do they come vaccinated, things like that?
Yeah, so every cat is already altered and vaccinated, and we make sure they're always healthy before coming here. They all live together, and so we're really grateful to have had such amazing experience with the cats here and the cats that get to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're pretty much all ready for adoption. They're vaccinated, they're
Yeah.
spayed and neutered, microchipped. So, and can they do the adoptions here on site?
Yes, we process adoptions on site. You would leave same day with your new fur baby.
It's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
And you've just done so many adoptions. It just amazes me.
It amazes
it blows
me
me
too.
away every
Yeah.
single day. Just every single day you're posting new
Yeah.
pictures too in front of this beautiful sign of all of the adoptable kitties.
Yes, yeah.
So tell me about family hours. Like what are the ages that people can come?
So our general hours that we're open is for those ages 10 and up to come visit.
Okay.
We do offer what we call family sessions. They're 30-minute sessions, smaller groups, so that our young cat lovers can still come in and experience the Kitty Cup, experience our cat room, but in an environment that's safe not only for our cats but for our visitors. It is 5 and up though. That's an insurance thing. But yeah, it's popular. Families love coming in. We offer it various times during the week. We encourage people to check our website to figure out when those days and times are. We did just make some alterations because school went back, so
Yeah.
kids can't come at 9 a.m. anymore because they're in school. But yeah, it's a great setting. Like I said, we keep it to a smaller group and allow those little cat lovers to come in.
And you know, I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, and we come and we visit the cat cafe. And even though my 3-year-old can't come in, me and my 6-year-old and my 3-year-old, we go when we sit at the window, and then your staff comes over and they
Yes.
bring kittens up to the window, and my kids are just like ecstatic. And the little kittens, they paw the window. So either way, it's just, even if you're in or you're out of the cat area, it's so much fun. And plus, my kids got a blue donut and a pink donut. So it was like the best day of their life, honestly.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
So reservations, can you explain a little bit about how they come in and do the reservations?
We book reservations on our website, thekittycup.com. On there, you'll see our different hours, different specials, things like that, if we have special events. You make your reservation to secure your spot. We do take walk-ins as space allows. We only have so much space in this room, so we keep it to a maximum during our normal business hours of 10 guests at a time. Private events and stuff like that, we can put more because people know each other, it flows better. But we
Yeah.
feel that 10 is a good number of people when, it's people who don't all know each other and are kind of grouping around the room.
Yeah.
And that makes the experience better for the people in here too, right? The
Exactly.
appointments. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So you're not having like 5 billion people in here and then there's not enough cats for people too.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And by making that reservation online, you secure your spot. So you know that when you come in, you're going to be able to come into the cat room.
Yeah, and then reservations are not needed for the cafe side, right?
Correct. Yeah. First come, first serve out there. You can sit at the table and watch the cats from there if you're interested.
And then do you have any events coming up?
We are going to start with our yoga. We're going to start doing a yoga event once every 2 weeks. That's going to start rolling out here soon, along with sound bath. We're going to be doing movie nights. We're working to try and put a paint night together. We're just trying to figure out the best way to do that because cats and paint. We want to make sure it's safe for our kitties.
Yes.
But yeah, so those are some exciting things that should be coming very shortly.
That's adorable. And do volunteers come or is it staff? Like to work in the cat area?
So it is staff that work in my cat area. The shelters are in dire need of volunteers. I can't implore people more to get involved. Anytime somebody comes to me asking if we take volunteers, I send them to both of you guys to go get involved with the shelters. I have staff that work for me, take care of all of our kitties. So as far as volunteering goes, I'd rather they take their time and go give it to the shelters where it's really needed.
Yeah, absolutely. And Shannon, how do people get started as a volunteer at St. Lucie County specifically?
Yeah, so it's super easy. All they have to do is either go on our website and there's a volunteer form, and they can sign up and get scheduled for orientation, or just walk in the doors, meet our volunteer coordinator, and find out all that there is and get ready for orientation. And then they go through a training. That way they're trained on animal care or whatever area they're deciding to volunteer in. And then it's really simple and it's on their own schedule.
Yeah, so that's basically as well as the Treasure Coast Humane Society. So it's wherever you live. If you live closer to St. Lucie or Palm City and you want to sign up to be a volunteer, you can go on either of our websites. And also fostering, because I know you're a foster fail.
Times three. Three foster fails.
I know Melanie adopted Old Man Ken from our shelter, and he was a special needs kitty. And he used to sit at the cage and go
and scream. All he wanted was attention.
Oh, and it just broke everyone's heart. And you ended up fostering and failing.
Yes.
How many foster fails do you have?
2.
Yeah.
Is it dogs, cats?
Yeah, 2 dogs.
2 dogs. Well, you know what? You don't have cats yet, so
I know.
I think somebody's gonna pick you.
Very fair.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So, can people come here to, like, if they can't keep a pet that they have, like a cat, can they come here and surrender a cat?
They cannot. We are not an intake facility. All of our cats come to us directly from each of the shelters, Humane Society of Treasure Coast or Humane Society of St. Lucie County. Because we are not an intake facility, we cannot take those cats in. I don't have the teams that the shelters have to be able to provide something like that. When people do call to ask us that, we just send them, in either direction depending on where they're located, as far as what resources are out there for them in a matter like that.
Okay, yeah, and so they can really just give our shelters a call if they need support, even if it's just like asking generic questions and things like that. So, can people bring their own cats here to mingle?
No.
Like a cat meet and greet?
Nope. No cat meet and greets here. We have plenty of cats for everybody.
Yeah.
We can house up to 20 at a time. So, it's kind of like a closed environment almost, because we know they've all been health vetted and they're healthy and happy and so no, don't bring your cat.
Don't bring your cat.
Take a cat with you.
Yes, exactly. And so Shannon, when like Melanie calls you or calls us, how do you know which cats to pick? Do you just like go and say, hey, you're cute, you're going to the kitty cup today? Is there like a specific, thing that you look for in their personality traits or anything like that?
Yeah, so we do send ones who love to be with other cats. There are certain cats that really thrive in this environment, and those are the ones that we look for. So any cat here, gets along well with other cats, and obviously very healthy, that they've already been spayed or neutered, vetted, and all of those things.
Yeah. That's good. And, it is such a blessing when we have, like, a shelter full of cats. I know, like, when we're walking around and we don't have any space to put another cat, we call Melanie and we're like, hey, do you guys have room over there? Can you take some kitties? And then we do a transfer. So it's just been a huge asset, and I'm just extremely grateful.
Absolutely. And beyond that is, I was informed a few weeks back because of 100 and so many adoptions, and because of the fact that we can house 20 cats here for the shelters, that the shelters were able to pull from county shelters or shelters that are not no-kill shelters. So even if it's cats that aren't a fit for the kitty cup, there's still cats that are getting a better chance at finding a good home, because we can take in those cats that can come here,
Yeah, it's amazing.
Really filled my heart when I found that out.
Yeah, it's always that saying where it's adopt one life, save 2. You're saving the one that you adopt, and then you're opening up a kennel for one that really needs it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And unfortunately, just in the world in general, we're never going to run out of homeless cats. What we can do to try to prevent so many kitties is spaying and neutering your pet. So we have TNVR services, we have low-cost spay and neuter services, and that's just tremendously helps with unwanted litters or homeless and hurting cats in the community. So, we can provide those services, and hopefully all the shelters in the surrounding areas are going to start seeing a smaller intake of cats in a perfect world, you know.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like a favorite cat or a favorite adoption story?
Yes, you can go first, Shannon.
Okay. So our staff got really giddy thinking about this story. So we had a cat named Seamus come here.
Oh, I didn't know that was the story you were going to tell. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. So Seamus came to us as a kitten in 2018, and due to no fault of his own, just was in and out of our shelter ever since. And
That's sad.
he came here and was adopted, and our staff reached out just to see how it was going, and or I think they actually reached out to us, and it was the cutest update. Seamus has found their forever home.
Yes.
So happy, and that all happened because of the kitty cup.
Oh,
so
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna make me cry. Seamus was wonderful. He hid for a couple days when he first came here, and on day 3 he walked out like he owned the place. And I looked at my staff and I said, "He'll get adopted today. You just watch." And sure enough, that afternoon he got adopted. It was amazing.
Sometimes it just takes a little while to find the
Yeah.
right person.
He laid on this couch all sprawled out all day long, like he was like on display for everyone.
I'm bummed I
So
didn't get a chance to meet him.
Today's the day. That's what he
Yeah,
was
that's what
thinking.
he said,
I'm
yeah.
ready.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go with that same story.
Oh, is that the one you were going to say?
It wasn't, but it now, like, we did have Bella and Beehive, which were a bonded pair. Seamus is special to my heart, too. Bella and Beehive were a bonded pair, and Bella had some neurological issues, and it's hard to get bonded pairs adopted in general, and these were adult cats, and we were adamant they have to go together, and this beautiful family came in, and they were there for kittens for their daughter, and fell in love with Bella and Beehive, and they actually took home both of them and 2 kittens, which is not a common thing. It's not what we try and do. It was long, lots of conversations were had, and conversations with the shelters as well. But it was beautiful to see 2 adult bonded cats, one with a health issue, get adopted into a beautiful, loving family.
And I know how much you love those special needs kitties.
Yes.
Too, so I know that's why that was your favorite story.
Yes.
So is there anything that I didn't ask or anything that you want to talk about that I didn't touch on today?
Well, we're grateful for the partnership that you've brought, and also for Humane Society of the Treasure Coast. Working with you guys in getting all of these cats here has been seamless and amazing, and we're just so grateful for both of you and for making this a reality.
Awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's been absolutely phenomenal working with both shelters. The teams that I work with there, the text messages, the phone calls, the emails. I mean, you guys are on it, and you're there for me, and you're there for the Kitty Cup, and that's really special to us. Because without you guys and without these relationships that we've built over, 2+ years now, this wouldn't have been possible. So.
It's been a wonderful partnership.
Yeah, it has.
So if anyone wants to visit the Kitty Cup, where can they find you, and where can they go for more information, and what's your hours?
Yes, so we are located at 1461 Southwest Gatlin. We open at 8:30 a.m. Tuesday through Saturday. We open at 11:30 on Sundays. We close at 6 every day we're open. We are closed on Mondays. That's our kitty rest day. They get to kind of decompress from the weekend.
Today's Monday, so
Today's
he's
Monday,
exhausted.
yes.
Look at
Ruby's
that.
decompressing here. And then our website is thekittycup.com. That's where you can go to find frequently asked questions, information on our partner shelters, what it is we do, and how we work with our community. And then we are on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, but we're working on that one.
TikTok's fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Sarah.
And
Thank you.
so again, if anyone wants any more information, you can go on their website, thekittycup.com. And by supporting the Kitty Cup, you're not only supporting your local business, but you're also supporting the Humane Society of St. Lucie County and the homeless pets at the Humane Society of the Treasure Coast. So it's just a win-win for all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
And we'll see you guys next time.